So this is, I realized 30 years ago that I had to take medicine, and that would make a difference in my life. And I always got therapy too. I had therapy and a doctor. It's a two-prong approach. And I will say that it's been difficult. I was on lithium for 20 years and Seroquel, and then I had thyroid. I gained a bunch of weight and I looked terrible. And my gynecologist said, we need to test your thyroid. So I had to come off the lithium. I didn't have to, I guess, but that was the choice. Nobody really talked to me. They said, we'll try you on something different. So they put me on Depakote, and that didn't help. And my hair fell out, so looked pretty bad. And I did lose weight, but then I moved to Richmond, and I got a new doctor, and he had me on antidepressants, which you should never put someone bipolar 1 on antidepressants. And he's this guy from India. Please send him home. Don't let people practice medicine here just because they're cheap and they're from India. He made my life hell. And then I went to Dr. Gray, and she's inexperienced. And, I was probably in and out 15 times for 10 years, 2 or 3 times a year. But I was compliant. I did, and people would be so mean and ugly to me and disrespect me because my illness was not in check. Nobody had any respect. They all thought I wasn't going to take my medicine, that I'm that kind of person. But I will tell you, I had a whole thing full of different medicines I was trying when I tried to commit suicide the first time. I just couldn't stand it. And even Kent was alive then. He was alive, but I just so disconnected. I was so unhappy that I took all my pills. And it was just the wrong medication. The doctor was not smart enough to treat me. I have a different type of bipolar. And I'd been in the hospital, and I've been abused at community, big time disregarded and abused and treated horribly at community hospital. My brother came to see me, and he could never come back. He said, I can't do this. I can't go and see the way they're treating her. And I know, because I have a tight bond with my brother since childhood, and we may not stay in touch, but we both love each other, respect each other's. We played chess and things like that. He's a good guy. He was burned and stunned by my dad's bipolar, that his audacity to date his girlfriend's mother and just not even care and stay in the house and say everybody needs to curtail to this. In the neighborhood, he ruined my brother's vision. This is how a man can be a terrible role model because of mental illness for his family. Of course, there was not much help in the 1970s or 80s. But I continue on. Sometimes I call my doctor, and I will say Dr. Gray tried. She just couldn't do it. She didn't have the idea, and an MCV couldn't do it. Then finally, Dr. Petticelli said, will you check in and try the clozapine? I said, okay. I am willing to try anything. I tried electric shock treatment. I deserve the utmost respect for trying to manage a very difficult illness. Somebody dies of leukemia, you don't get mad at the person because the chemo didn't work. And we probably will be having new cures for cancer. But you don't get angry. That's cause and effect by Jack White. You don't get mad at the person for dying because the doctor can't treat them. But they do when your behavior, you have fight or flight. You lose touch with that. And so usually a lot of times manic people fight. We fight. We're trying to struggle with our illness. We need to educate people on this to get them help and not disregard them and disrespect them and annihilate them from our society, which you're killing us, Cray. I'm going to try to get a part-time job after the holidays, but I haven't been able to work legitimately in a minimum wage job. I haven't been able to do that for over 10 years since I came off the lithium the first time. And just because you try, they know this, and you have to try medicine after medicine after medicine. And I would like a hospital. They do the day programs, but not for Medicaid. But I think a night, if you could come in and be taken care of in the evening and you're well enough to go out during the days, I think there should be a loose policy like that, that if you're doing well enough, but we're still managing your medications, that you can come in at night and we can administer and take the blood tests and do all the kind of stuff. If you're good enough to go outside and live your life. We need outdoor hospitals where people can smell. I mean, this sometimes takes a month or two. If you catch it and you treat it, you won't have like 25 hospitalizations like I had. And nobody could even see me for more than 15 or 20 minutes, a half hour at the most. Spend the time with the doctor, spend the time in the hospital, really getting treatment. And that's the other thing, is if the person goes out and has interactions, you're going to come back and they'll be able to see more accurately how the medicines are reacting in a stressful society. Talk about your day, what happened. We got to fix this.